HB, good morning. How are you? It's only been a week, but it feels like it's been so long. I completely forgot on Monday when I saw you last, and I said that I thought I'd have the telepathy tapes video out this week, or this last week. I completely forgot that we were getting all new windows installed all week last week, every single window. So what a blessing. But our house is destroyed and it's taken everything to put it back together, so there was no chance in filming. But I got the script done. I just need to go over it one more time and I should be able to film this week. Finally get this show on the road. I really underestimated how busy I was going to be last week. Winter is here. Hence the snowy, I think this is a Sasquatch or a abominable snowman. I'm not really sure. How are you? How have you been feeling? How's your writing? How's everything? Ooh, this is hard. It's perfect timing to have the windows done though, because it is getting really cold. You still see? Oh, hi, Andy. Guess what I was thinking about this morning? Project Bluebeam. Oh, this is the album, by the way. Yeah, HB, when's the date of her speech? It's in December, right? Here we go. December, okay. But you don't know what date it is? Project Bluebeam. It is Bluebeam, not Blue Book, right? I always get it confused with the Kelly Blue Book. Project Bluebeam is the government project where they discuss staging a alien attack in effort to have like a one world government or like a united front. And it's something I'd always heard of, but I never thought too much about, mostly because it's just kind of scary and it's crazy sounding, but it is a thing. And I think with Three Eye Atlas and all of this stuff going on right now, like it just feels like something that they would try and pull soon. And I think it's not helping that like Jeremy Corbell keeps talking about it, and again, like not wanting to give him the most credit. I think it's interesting. Wait, was it Corbell or was it Lou that was talking about it? I'm getting confused now over which one said what. But I just think that like the idea is that, I mean, one, if they did that, man, would that muddy up the waters of what everybody comes to know and believe. My light colors are all running out, so I had to do the snow in like a darker gray. Yeah, she's protecting you. Good. Do you know the date of when the speech is? Okay. Blue is getting done. How was everybody's week? Did you guys have anything exciting go on? I'm frustrated that I got put behind with the windows, but I'm only behind on, you know, my own expectations and what others would like versus how nice it is to have new windows in the winter. I'm going to do a dark blue for the sky, I think. You don't know the date? That's okay. Let me see if I can find it. I looked this up previously. Oh my goodness, Diane, Hennessy, December, let's see here. So it's a life after death conference. Ian's conference? No. Is this it? I'm looking it up. Oh, that's not it. I know I saw it. I'm just trying to see if it's like at the beginning of the year or when. I have no idea. I can't find it now. Oh, congratulations. Oh, congratulations. Oh, wow. You've got a lot going on. Okay, I'm going to do this big swath of sky. It's going to take just a sec. Andy, how are you? How's Buster? This is one of those colors that's going to look really dark until it dries. There's no way that's already one side of the record. No way, really? Man, that was short. All right, well, we're going to have to sit in silence for just a second. I'm trying to hurry, but I can't stop a section without streaking. Oh, actually, Andy, if you're still lurking, one thing I want to do before I finish this script, like as I go over it again, is I have a few things that I want to insert into the conversation. And I'm thinking about visiting that video, the God's Eye view from the Serpent Brothers about the microtubulars and consciousness. I'm thinking of adding a section in about that video and all the things that were said in the part where they start talking about near-death experiences and anesthesia. And I'm intimidated because my brain is not as big as the brains of the people talking about it. But I think it'll be interesting and relative. I think it's a good opportunity to promote that video because I think that what that doctor or that scientist guy said was really important, and I think it'll bring something different to the conversation. I'm hoping that that's the case and that it doesn't just like muddy things, you know? But you are right. Ever since you got me to listen to that video, I have not stopped thinking about the things that were said. All right, record. Look how pretty. Can you see? It's like pink and yellow clear. Okay. What did you ask? It's raining again. Really, HB? Dr. Hennessy's talking about them? I had no idea. Do you know anything else about that? Like when and where she might have been talking about it? Because there might be some of her work that I could reference. Gotta be so careful because this is bleeding. Oh, I am delayed on my screen. I get so far behind. Hi. Hold on. I can't look up yet. I wasn't caught up. too much bleeding. Okay. Master Blaster, hi, friend. Okay, so Dr. Hennessy, consciousness is a field in the brain process. Okay. Hello, my darling. Made chicken nuggets for both of us. It's a Monday morning and the coffee's warm. Thanks, friend. Yes, it was mentioned in something recently. The microtubulars were mentioned recently, Andy? I mean, I've seen Dr. Hennessy all out over the place, but anything I've watched, I haven't heard her talk about microtubulars yet. Not to say that she's not. The stuff I've watched of hers hasn't said that much, I don't think, about it. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got some more research to do. I'll do a search on microtubulars. I will also search them in conjunction with Dr. Hennessy and see what comes up there. The problem with me is that I'm going to want to learn everything I can possibly learn before I write about it and talk about it. And that is years of education that goes into that. So I'm going to have to balance myself and figure out how to not go overboard, but explain it. Yeah. All right, so I'll definitely bring in microtubulars. I feel like after this conversation, we really have to. I wonder if Becky, maybe you guys know this since you're further along than I am, but I wonder if Becky from season 1, who was the Air Force pilot that had the near-death experience when she was having surgery to get shrapnel removed, and now she sees, I guess, spirits or souls that aren't here. I wonder if she's going to come up in season 2, because her stories were among my favorites. Oh, you're leaving? Bye, Blaster. Thanks for coming through. Really? Oh man, okay, so microtubules are not going anywhere, and they are relative. I just haven't gotten far enough. Well, I'm going to mention them in episode 1, because that's what it had me thinking of. And then maybe by the time it actually comes up in the episode, I'll be better versed. I don't know how some people are able to push out so much content so frequently, because even having this conversation about microtubulars and all the things that I want to talk about, like, I don't understand how people are able to produce so much information so quickly. Or like, I guess a lot of channels and stuff on YouTube are like reaction channels, so there's not like a ton of upfront work maybe. And then the ones that are more research heavy, once they are able to, I know that they get researchers and fact checkers and like teams involved. But until they get to that point, they still are like doing something like Pavel, right? From Civativo, or Christina Gomez, which I don't know if I think she has a team now. But like the idea of having that support, but like Civativo, I don't think he has a team. I think it's just him. And it's like, man, there's so much content. And like people have lives and real jobs and kids. I don't understand how to get stuff out that fast. I suppose it's all in our styles, right? Or maybe it just takes me longer to research because I'm not as well versed. Oh no, this marker. I'm starting to mark them off when they die so that I don't keep grabbing them. This green's going on the list. I did it. Okay. Kai seems to be getting TTT2 done before the doc is released in March. Yeah, I'm catching that up too. Also, though, when she started the first season of Telepathy Tapes, no. Yes, when she started the first season of the tapes, I think she released the episodes weekly until the end, and then they turned to every 2 weeks. Pierced. What? No. Pierced, you had to have 3 unskippable full-length ads to do this? Why? That's weird. I'm sorry. Ugh, thank you. I mean, I have ads on, but I have them set to moderate, and they should be skippable. We only get like so many permissions on this end when we have ads. You had 2. I'm sorry, guys. It's kind of annoying. I hope it was manageable. Okay, I need a lighter brown. Let's do... It's kind of green, huh? Y234. The color I want? Yeah. Oh, thanks, Pierced. Yeah, so obviously with ads, I have AdSense, but I make, since I've been monetized July 5th, so 5 months, I guess, I think I've made like $50. So it's pennies. But that's how it starts. So we were talking about microtubulars in the brain and consciousness, as well as I was whining because I don't understand how people are able to produce content so much faster than I'm able to get things out. And I'm feeling behind and antsy and XYZ. And then I started the live by wanting to talk about Project Bluebeam, not Blue Book. But that didn't really take off, which is A-okay. So yeah, microtubulars, I guess. Which I'm still learning about, and I'm not the most well-versed, but there's a lot of research going on with these things in our brains and our bodies, and how they might be affected, or how they may affect consciousness, which is very exciting research. How are you? How was your weekend? Man, this one is bleeding. Hold on one sec. I can't look up until I get through this. I did it. Okay, so Project Bluebeam. Andy, by all means, only if you want to, feel free to jump in and correct me or fill in the blanks. But Project Bluebeam is a government. Is it? Hold on. Let me get my facts straight. All right, let's see. I want to make sure I say things correctly. Okay, so it is considered a conspiracy theory from the 90s from a Canadian conspiracy theorist. But according to the theory, NASA and the United States are allegedly planning to implement a new world order by staging a either alien invasion or the second coming of Christ. And I know that this sounds absolutely bonkers, but this conversation has been going on for so long, and now with Three Eye Atlas and all of that stuff going on, I feel like I keep hearing it come up again. And the reason it's on my mind specifically is because if something were to happen at some point, right, whether it's Three Eye Atlas or down the road, I'm realizing that I would catch myself questioning it no matter what it is, no matter what's seen, no matter how it's done, whether it's televised, even if I see it with my own eyes. Project Bluebeam is enough to make me question what I might see, if that makes sense. And it really bothers me in that I feel like I always thought that if I saw the UFO, if I saw an alien, then I'd believe, right? I'd be like, oh, or not then I'd believe, I do believe, but then I'd be like, oh, okay, we got it, we know. But now the more I think about Project Bluebeam, I'm like, would I still look at this thing standing in front of me and say you're not real based on all of that stuff? I mean, it sounds kind of crazy when I say it out loud, but this is what my head's thinking of. I think that's the end of that side. Yes. Let me switch the record. Another pretty vinyl. Come here. That beautiful. Ben loves to do the pretty vinyl. It's just so pretty. Alright, let's go. Exactly. It's like all about the idea of projection and using holograms. I saw some footage of some hologram technology that they were using in the skies at like theme parks, or it was like Vegas or Epcot or something. And they, I think with just a little bit of, I don't know if there was even smoke or cloud cover, but it was this video of like, I don't remember if it was an alien or monster, and it was just entertainment, but it was this video of this thing, and it looked like it was in the sky, and it like opened a hole in the sky and started to like crawl out and like peer around, and then it disappeared again. But it was a show, and it was a hologram in the sky, and it didn't look real, but it definitely looked wild. It looked like something that I had never seen or knew was possible. And so seeing that, I think, kind of got in my head of like, man, girl, how are you going to know what to believe when you do see something, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to always question, right? Agreed, Jimmy. I believe in all of that. I believe in UFOs and aliens, and I believe that we've been visited or they're already here. Um, I just don't know that I believe or would believe necessarily all the versions of the situation that could arise. Does that make sense? It's muddying up the waters, and maybe that's the goal. But well, actually, that is supposed to be the goal. But it just kind of messes with my head. And if the gateway things are real, why would they visit us in the physical world to prove the non-believers? Okay, go on with that, Pierce. What do you mean gateway things? Are you talking about the gateway tapes? Like the Robert Monroe tapes? Or you mean like dimensional portal things? Why would they visit the physical world to prove to the non-believers? I mean, who knows? Right? I mean, I can't even pretend to know the inner workings of why another species may want to visit here in the physical. And maybe they're not physical, right? Maybe it's not a physical thing. Maybe it's like the Miami Mall alien situation where they come in looking like the holograms and they glitch in and out. I mean, I have no idea. I'm still stuck on the Miami Mall aliens. I don't think I'm ever going to get over that. You know what, the other, not to get distracted, but something else I just remembered. There's another, I don't want to call it a conspiracy theory, because I don't think there even is too much of a theory, but a mystery that I don't ever hear anybody talking about. It took place in the US, in California, I want to say almost like 2015. I don't think it was that long ago. No, there's no way. Anyways, this guy called Jeffrey Allen Lash. Does anybody know? Does that name ring a bell to anyone? The Watchers. Oh, Pierce, doesn't that same all fall under the same category? I don't know, man. I don't know, babe. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm learning all of this so fast that I don't know. Okay, but Jeffrey Allen Lash. This man. The short version of it, from what I can remember, was he was a man who was found having departed his body in his car, right? His body was found in his car. I want to say in the driver's seat or the passenger seat, not like in the trunk or something nefarious. Like he was like sitting in his car. And ooh, wait, hold on, Jimmy, I'm coming back. Wait. No way, Jimmy. Okay, hold on, I'll check out that UFO. I love that show. And I like Dolan. I'll look at that too, Andy. But anyways, Alan Lash was found in his car. When the police finally found him and they started to identify him, they found his girlfriend and some of his neighbors, and they started asking about him, and they came to realize that like no one that knew him had the same information about him. Most of his background and details were a huge mystery. And several of them had reason to believe that he was like a spy or a secret intelligence or something like this. So they got to his home and they check out his home, and he had something like $300,000 in cash in his home, and he had hundreds of weapons, but they were all legal and they were all registered and they were all under his name. He had no rap sheet, no background, no trouble like that. He had multiple cars, all very expensive, and yet no one knew what he did for work. No one knew his family. No one could find anything about him. But they all thought that he was this secret agent, and they all, like, he told a few people this, I guess, and everyone's like, okay, normally you just sweep that under the rug and ignore it, except for the fact that he had the money and the weapons and these supercars and all of this stuff, and no one knows where he got his money from. And it's just turned into this crazy thing, and then everyone just stopped talking about it. He just went away. No one cared anymore. And I still want to know who this man was. I still want to know the fuck was going on. Okay, wait, Jimmy, is Project Blue Book and Project Blue Beam different? Am I getting my things confused? Because I don't know. I'm going to do the dark blue in his hat. Jimmy, what do you know? Sorry that he just kicked on. I hope you guys can still hear. Just realized you might not be able to hear the music for a minute. So Blue Book, okay, hold on, let's see. Because Blue Book was in the 60s, so Blue Beam was in the 90s. Project Blue Beam versus Blue Book. Oh, Project Blue Book was real. And Project Blue Beam is a conspiracy theory. That's the difference. Wow, wait, okay. Jimmy, holding back. Why didn't we know this about you sooner? Do you have anything to say on your experience with your dad? And like the things that you saw or learned or heard? Right, Patterson and Dayton, yeah. Maybe Jimmy, well, they both might have an HIV or MIB. Wow. Okay. And what was childhood like for you? Did your dad ever tell you anything about his experiences? My dad, I asked him if he'd ever seen or experienced anything, and he said yes, and then I asked him if he would tell me about it, and he said no. That is all I know. I have not gotten him to say hide nor hair of it since. I like that. Then move to Area 51. Okay, let's see. I gotta figure out a few things. The house color. what color is this house? Is it weird to make the house green? Like these trees? I gotta bring this green in somewhere. Can Sasquatch be green? Or is he a snowman? Or not a snowman. What is this? What do I color it? Man, I'm really struggling here with this. I don't know what to do. Okay, so it's an abominable snowman. So what color is he? We'll bring in some red. Really a lot of good reds to choose from either. Shut up, Jimmy. Really? Andy, they researched cases and then wrote a report that ignored the cases. Who's they? Project Blue Book? Why? White's not an option. Jimmy, UFO officer. Or not UFO. Yeah, is that what you called him? A UFO officer? I mean, we've all read things. Was it the Majestic documents that talked about alien officers? Or ET officers or something like that? I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna bring in a red. I don't care. Interesting. So why did they ignore the cases? Just like because of the reason why they've ignored everything on the topic until recently? I suppose. Oops, sorry. Cover up, yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Tough decisions. All right, CG 1105. 02, 09, 08, 405. Yeah, they wanted to cover up. That's not a bad idea. The Browns. I mean, yeah, HB, they always say that that's their concern, right? Is that all of our brains will, like, melt with the truth. One night the radio came to life and there was a scramble of right field, and 104 interceptor jets were scrambled. But according to the tower, outran the jets and left them cold in 2 seconds. Yeah, I feel like we've heard stories like that from the whistleblowers in Congress that talk about, was it the Tic Tac that did that? That it, like, beat them back to their signpost, like, where they were heading in seconds? There's also that really interesting story that made the rounds again not too long ago of the, he was Spanish speaking, but I can't remember where he was, but the new pilot who lost like 3 hours of time and ended up like 5 hours away with only like 1 hour of gas. Like none of it made sense. Like how he got there, where the time went, how, like, I mean, all of it. And then at one point a radio transmission came over and it was that man, the pilot, speaking, but his voice sounded odd, and the things that he was saying was basically that it was a UFO or an alien that had like was using him as a voice box apparently and speaking through him. It sounds fucking batshit when I say it, but the video recording, like there's audio recording of it, and it's wild. And it reminds me of that. I mean, it's a good question, Pierced. Yes, I agree. The general public is now more first. Hold on. Oh, perfect timing with the heat. I gotta get more coffee. Okay. Your mother's still freaking out about you? That's wild. Do you remember what year this was, Jimmy? Okay, we're gonna go with the darker gray that I used on the shovel for the house. Is your dad still alive, Jimmy? Did he ever have anything to say about his thoughts or his experiences? I'm glad I got to play this side of the record again. It's so peaceful. I'm sorry, Jimmy. No matter how long it's been, it's not easy. You do remember it coming out, Andy. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things that the CIA was studying that just disappeared at one point or another, right? Like, we did it with UFOs, we did it with psychedelic therapy. Like, that was huge in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And it's just now kind of re-entering the zeitgeist. It just makes you wonder, you know? Like, when things happen and come through, what are we gonna believe? Also, HB, I don't think moms ever stop. Well, that's not true. I don't think many parents ever stop worrying about their kids, no matter what. I'm still in the frame. Are you still worried, HB? I don't know why. I guess I'm not as much. I just feel like maybe there's so much going on that they won't know which way to look in terms of who to use for what if they were trying to, you know, abuse people's innate abilities. Okay, let's see. I know that this guy is not supposed to be green, but I'm gonna make part of him green. This marker is done. You would have chosen green? Okay, that makes me feel better. Yeah, I get it, using the alias. I get antsy using my real name just because it's not super common. But my name is such a gift that I don't want to pretend that it's not mine. This poor marker. All right, she's getting the tape. That's how I've been indicating. Where's the tape? It's a good question, HB. What is this, 822? Started marking them off on my little sheet too so that I don't try and grab them. All right, we're getting somewhere. Maybe we bring in a lighter green now. This looks insane. This looks crazy. I don't even have like a good light green because they're all coming apart. I don't have many good browns either. Let's do... Man, this sucks. It's like I've got so many greens, but like all of these look the same. Like this whole like section looks the same. And they're all dark, and I don't want dark. Alright, we're gonna do this one. Make sure I've got enough juice. Yeah, okay. What, in lieu of Pierce being able to answer the question. Wait, is this... It's gonna look the exact same until this dries, and that's annoying, but... Oh well. Okay, so... Class. Microtubulars. Let's talk about them again briefly. I know that HB and Andy know what I'm talking about, but is there anything in particular in regards to microtubulars and this conversation around consciousness that any one of you thinks is important for me to include, or something you think I may not think about but may want to consider in finalizing the script? Like, even realizing that so many people are talking about microtubulars now, that's awesome, and I didn't realize it. So anything that you guys think of that you're like, I really think that you should include this in the conversation, let me know. Because my goal today is to finalize it and then be able to actually record this week now that the windows are installed. Maybe it'll make the audio better since I won't be competing with the sirens outside. Music sounds like a spa. Or a yoga studio. Okay. He's green. Jimmy, what'd you take away? Oh, that's cool. I love that, Pierced. I know. I'm trying. I had a dream last night, and I know that dogs were in it, and I know Monty was in it, but I don't remember anything else. Okay, we're gonna do... This little guy's getting a whole red outfit. And I'm just going to do a couple layers. Oh, that was the wrong color. This red. getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Alright, just the bunny. What color is my bunny? Can't be anything too strange, or it won't stick out right. Okay. And the voice happened randomly. I feel like you try to look for patterns in situations, goes more into manifesting than just experiencing the moment happening. I believe that. Okay, microtubules have quantum properties that anesthetics interfere with. Yes, that's why, yeah, that is definitely why I want to bring them in, because of the anesthesia near-death stories in that first episode. Phone's acting a fool. Consciousness is a quantum process. Quantum process. I know, I get scared of using the word quantum, and I have to not be afraid of that word. Peacocks also do this randomly, but I always try to see the meaning behind them. Brown bunny. I'll do this lighter brown. Good call. Okay. Absolutely, Andy. Demas, good morning. Hi. All right, we're going to do the brown bunny. This is the lighter brown that's on the dirt in the mountains. You just can't, until it dries, it's going to look dark. We did it. Great. Now we can shade, and this picture's ready. No meanings in yours yet. You don't know. Hey, DT, just situations. Demas, good morning. I love how friendly everybody is. I have to flip the record. Shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Was that the one about the theologians? Theologians? How do you pronounce that? That wanted to check out your story. Let's see. A little bit of shading here. Always looks a little strange until it dries. And childlike even. Free entertainment. The MIB theologians, yes. HB will have to tell that a little bit, but he had a dream about these guys. And then I didn't think you dreamt about the guys. I thought you just dreamt about the car chase that didn't happen. So I didn't realize, I don't think. All right, this one's good. doing my backwards working thing. This is the dark blue. I love that he's in flip-flops. Okay, quantum. I'm thinking about what you said, Andy, about the quantum process, and I just need to seal it in my head. Landscape of consciousness. Writing it down. Is that the closer-to-truth.com? Is that the same thing? No, landscapeofconsciousness.com. Well, HB, I don't know that I fully remember. I remember that they approached you in the coffee shop about your work, right? And you gave them a copy, and then they set a meeting with you after like the first 25 pages. But in your dream, I remember you had to run from them and steal a car. But I don't remember, or in your premonition, and obviously you didn't have to run from them and steal the car, but I don't remember what about them. Like, did you not premeditate? Did you have a premonition about them just coming into your existence? Like, did you have a dream essentially of them, yeah, coming into your existence and like asking you to read their book? That's the part that I don't remember. I found landscapeofconsciousness.com, and then the first thing that came up when I typed in landscape of consciousness came up closer to truth.com, but landscape of consciousness came up also. All right, let's see. All right, dark brown. Let's get these shadows in. Deja vu, you were sitting with them, that's it. So you had a dream about sitting with them, and then they came in and all that stuff happened, and it was like playing out the way you envisioned it. Is that correct? Do I have it now? Getting somewhere. I couldn't remember HB, if which part of it was from the dream and which part of it was from the experience. doing? 73 minutes? Theologians are friendly, but you sensed their fear. Yes, probably. I saw it recommended in an article about consciousness research. Okay, I will take a look. I will absolutely take a look. Okay, this is my green that's almost out. Right? Yes. So let's use this up. I don't know. I mean, I think the world's ready for you. It may not, maybe not everybody. Did that side already end? Oh no, there's one more. I mean, maybe not everybody's ready for you, but I don't know. I think people are waking up. I mean, the world wasn't ready for the non-speakers, and they're coming around. No one's being targeted or hounded or stalked and chased, you know, like the fears that I think you have, which is great. It feels like it's all going okay. And we've talked about this before, but I am a believer that people who aren't meant to understand just won't understand, you know? Oh, shoot, I did need that green. I gotta get the trees. Hi, kitty. I love it. I have tried communicating with my pets 1,000 times and nothing happens. Oh, nice, HB. Your cat says mer. Cute. I have tried to be telepathic with Monty 1,000 times. He's not interested. Do you feel like you're able to hear your cat pierced? I promise you will not be judged if you say yes. Not at all. Alright, finally we've got the dark green. Not dark green. Light brown. Might be what I was trying to say. Goodness. Getting somewhere. master is purring. That's amazing. Your cat Lucy freaks out a little whenever I do the binaural frequencies. She purrs so loudly it takes you out of the... No way! That's amazing. I love that your cat likes binaural beats. Huh. That's amazing. I would definitely experiment with that. I do pay attention when I'm playing certain tones and stuff if I think that Monty reacts. But for the most part, there's not a lot of reaction. I haven't listened to binaural beats in front of him. I tried to do breath work in front of him once, and he was stressed because he thought I was going to hyperventilate, I think. Which, fair, but I had to stop. Alright guys, that might be it. It's always cuter when it's dry the next day, and I'll add a background at another time. I know, your butterfly habitat is amazing, HB. You guys, this is the photo. We're done. I should be back on Wednesday. I actually, HB, it's just occurring to me that I grabbed your binder and I did not read from it. So, on Wednesday, I think I would like to read the next chapter of your book, the longer one. I think that it's interesting, and I think that it would be worthwhile to keep having that conversation every couple sessions. So, thanks, HB. I'm glad you like it. Again, once the colors dry down, it'll be better, I think. But some of our other photos. Did I do this one with you guys live? I can't remember which ones you guys have seen dried and not dried. Walking on water. Did I do this one with you guys? I think I did. It's kind of cute. I'm not gonna like, what am I gonna do when I run out of pages? I'm gonna have to get more books and more markers and more all the things. Yeah, I think I did this one with you guys. We did that one a couple weeks ago. I should start dating these. That one's kind of neat. Spooky one. Halloween. They're good. Any more? Oh, alright guys. Fun. Alright. Perfect timing, record's done. Thank you guys for being here. I know these mornings are just kind of chill and relaxing, but I hope that they start your day with a little bit of peace. I miss being outside, but I'm going to keep working on getting the scenario right on the inside, and they're just going to keep getting better. And then we are going to get the telepathy tapes deep dives out really soon, and I'm very excited. So thank you guys. Thanks for the talk about tubulars. I'm going to look more up and increase the size of my brain as we speak. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great Monday, all right?